know, sitting down to a meal with someone that is tops in their field is always a great experience. And on Friday, March 31st, you can do just that at the 4th Annual Tables of Content at ETSU. And here to preview this intriguing event is Pat Van Zandt and Melanie Storie. Thank you, ladies, for being here today.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're glad to be
Let's
here.
talk a little bit about this event first, because I want to get into Melanie's book. But let's talk about this event. This is I think, the 4th time you're doing this, and it is just an idea that I can get behind, because it's a great way to go.
It's a lot of fun. It's our 4th Tables of Content, and really it's an opportunity for the public, anybody who wants to come, to have dinner with one of our outstanding faculty at ETSU and discuss that faculty's area of interest. So it's free. You know, it's a great experience. You do have to sign up. You do have to reserve your table, but it's so much fun. We've really enjoyed it, and we've had some fascinating conversations over the years.
And you've got a variety of subjects. I mean, everything from bald eagles to the Civil War to the fight against ISIS. I mean, just you name it. A lot of subjects are covered there.
We've got it. I think this year we have a particularly interesting group of folks. We have Moen Uden, who's speaking about drones, which began as a military thing and now have become more into public use, so he's going to talk about that. We have Michael Cody, really a contrast, talking about mysteries and mystery writing that you may not have heard of before, in Appalachian mysteries, things like that. We have Rob Pack, who's been very involved with the opioid clinic in the area, and he's going to be talking about the opioid crisis. And we have, interestingly enough, this is not his area of research, but it's area of interest, Bill Duncan, who's our vice provost for research, is going to be talking about wine, because he is actually a judge of wine. So it'll be a lot of fun, and that's not all. That's not all.
And right here, prime example. Melanie, you've written this intriguing book about the Civil War, about our area. Tell us the name, the title of the book, and what it's about.
Well, the title of the book is The Dreaded 13th Tennessee Cavalry. It's the Union Cavalry that was formed out of this region, men from East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. And that's, as a lecturer for the Department of History, that's kind of the focus of my research interest, East Tennessee and the Civil War. And so that's why my talk is, it centers around that, of course.
And for me, I would love to be sitting at that table having a meal discussing this, because it's so intriguing, because in Tennessee as a whole seceded, but here in our region especially, folks, more sympathies lay with the Union, and they had to really fight to stay with the Union.
Right, that's why my talk is, part of it is called No Bomb to Soothe the Wounded Heart, and that does sound a little bit dramatic. And you might think, well, what does that even mean? But it's actually from an 1864 petition that was written by citizens from Upper East Tennessee, Unionists, who were essentially pleading for the federal government to come and help them, give them some military support. There was the 13th Tennessee, the Union Cavalry, that was raised from this area in late 1863, but they'd been sent to Nashville. So the people in Upper East Tennessee were still suffering, and they needed protection. And like you said, back in 1861, when they had the secession crisis, Unionists from East Tennessee voted by a margin of nearly 2-1, rejecting secession. But nevertheless, Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee voted to support secession. They left. So they needed, they had a choice. They could either leave. They were in a precarious position. They could leave, or they could stay and protect their homes. And they did, but it was certain peril for them, because Confederate armies would routinely come through and destroy property, confiscate livestock, crops. And so they're writing this petition, and they send it to one of their native sons, Brigadier General Samuel P. Carter, who was the Provost General. And so Carter, unfortunately, doesn't have any troops to send them. He forwards the petition on, and it finally lands on the desk of President Abraham Lincoln. And Lincoln really worried about East Tennessee a lot.
Taking it right up the chain of command.
Absolutely. In fact, Lincoln wrote one time that he feared the people of East Tennessee were being driven to despair. So the wheels got in motion. They sent the 13th Tennessee back to this region to help protect.
If I were sitting at your table for this event, I probably wouldn't even touch my meal, because and that's what you want. You want folks. You want folks to come that want to have a great conversation, and not only about the Civil War, but just have great conversations about a varied amount of subjects.
And I would like to say, when you sign up, which you can do either online or by calling our office, do not be discouraged if your first table choice is already filled. you'd be surprised at how interested you will be in any one of these topics, because these are fascinating people with fascinating things to say.
And I'm sure, I'm sure there may be people scooting chairs around and going to different tables and things of that nature. But you want folks to come by that are interested, history buffs or non-history buffs, that just want to have a great conversation. Are you looking forward to it?
I am absolutely looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
All right. And for you, you want to encourage people.
Yes.
The price is right, but you got to make that reservation right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Please do. We need to know how many people will be attending. We've had a full house for the past 3 years, so we're hoping that's going to happen again. And as I said, there's no charge, but we do need to know in advance so we can plan accordingly. So looking forward to seeing folks from the community come find out what ETSU has to offer.
And that's plenty. All right, ladies, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
today. It's going to be a great evening right there. ETSU's Tables of Content, Friday, March 31st, 6 p.m. Charles C. Sherrod Library. I should have spent more time there when I was in school. There's the number and website for more information.